Hey, it's Leopardess and welcome back to my channel, and today's video is about why your locks won't grow. So before we start, please remember to like and subscribe to this channel. Also follow me on Instagram at leopardess_. If you like the earrings I'm wearing right now, check them out at leopardesscollection.com. So this week I'm doing a Black Friday sale. Get 50% off all merchandise. I'm talking earrings, I'm talking hair products. I have my Edge Serum, my moisturizing oil spray, and my growth serum. I'm talking waist beads, everything, 50% off. So some of you guys already got a head start, but today I'm releasing the promo code for 50% off. So if anything that you wanted, get it now. The promo code is BK2020. So let's begin. So oftentimes, I know it may seem like your hair isn't growing, and sometimes that's true, but sometimes it's not. Especially with locks, you really don't see the growth until you look back. But there are a few things that can be causing a lack of growth. So let's start with one. First thing I see so many times, like I see it, and I'm just like, And there's nothing wrong with doing this thing. It's your hair. Hair is just hair at the end of the day. But if you want it to grow, you have to lay back on this one thing right here. So the one thing is over dyeing. So I see people literally dye their hair red, green, yellow, blue, pink, purple, red, green, yellow, blue, pink, purple. Like, I swear it's like week after week. Like, it's like 1 week it's blue, 1 week it's green, 1 week is yellow, or month after month. And that's really just not healthy for your hair. So I personally dye my hair. My hair is jet black. I dye my hair black every 10 months. And since I started. So the first time I dyed my hair, dyed it black. I waited like 10 months to a year, dyed it black again. I would never dye it 2 times a year, 3 times a year, because I see the effects that dyeing has on my locks, especially when I'm getting it back together. So when I dye my hair darker, I can see, okay, my hair is drier. I have to really help my locks get back to where it needs to be. So can you imagine just constantly bleaching your locks and what you're doing to it? You may not see any problems right now, but in the future is when the problems will arise. In the future, that's when the breakage can start, or the weakness of your locks, and then you're wondering, why is my locks thin in here? Why is my locks breaking here? And it's because you wouldn't stop dyeing it. Now I'm not saying don't dye, but I'm saying dye responsibly. Dye as if you want to have your locks looking good in the future. If you don't care and you're gonna cut it off, go ahead. But that constant dyeing is no good. And oftentimes I feel like people think that locks, because locks is like low maintenance and like high maintenance in a way, they think that you can just do anything to it and it will, you know, look perfectly fine. And that's not the case. Meanwhile, your hair won't break in that way. Over time, your locks will just get weaker. So dye responsibly. It's okay to dye. Just make sure that you're doing it right and you're not overdoing it. You wouldn't want to put a perm in your hair too often. You wouldn't want to switch between dyes within the month or 2 months often on loose natural hair. So don't do it with locks. So number 2 is treating your hair like a weave. So I feel like this applies to number 1, but some people treat their locks like a weave. And by weave, I mean you get your fresh weave. And by weave, what I mean is that oftentimes when you get your new weave, I know you guys can relate to this. When you get your weave, or those of you who can, you're like excited. You're like, I'm gonna dye it, I'm gonna curl it, I'm gonna do this to that. And that's what it's there for. It's there to basically not damage your hair and do all the things that you want to do. So if you find yourself treating your hair like a weave, don't expect much growth. I don't know if people are out there moisturizing and caring for their weave. Your hair does need moisture. Your hair does need to be upkept. It's not just a process of, okay, I have locks, let me just forget about it. And you can do that. But if you want specific things for yourself, you're gonna have to work for it. You want long, loose, natural hair, you're gonna have to work with it. You're gonna have to treat it the way it's wants to be treated. You have to protect it. You have to keep it moisturized. You have to, you know, take care of it. So expect the same thing when it comes to locks. Even though in a way it's less maintenance, not doing the things that you're supposed to do and treating it like it's disposable hair just because it's knotted will cause some issues. Treat your locks like locks. Don't treat them like weaves. The next thing is not trusting the process. And what I mean by not trusting the process is basically staring it down. Like I said before, there's people who are sitting here right now saying my locks aren't growing, and that's not true. Your locks are growing, but you just don't see it because you're constantly looking at it. Let me tell you something I do when I'm a little annoyed with my hair, because we all get annoyed with our hair, whether it's loose, locks, or whatever. We all get annoyed. I just wrap my hair up and I go about my day. I don't spend too much time thinking about my hair. I just like, okay, if it's annoying me, let me just wrap you up. And when I'm ready to deal with you, I deal with you. And when you do that sometimes, when you just, you know, take the focus away from your hair and you come back at it and you look, you'll see the growth. Or one thing you can also do too, which a lot of naturals do, is take a picture of your hair and then compare it a month later, compare it 2 months later. If you're the type of person that needs to see the growth, or you feel like, I can't do this anymore, document your journey. Take the pictures, like, okay, I was at this size, I was at that size, or shoot, measure your locks if you want to. People measure their hair, why can't you measure your locks? So do that, why not? Trust the process, and then the process takes time, and the process is just taking care of your hair, allowing it to grow, and not overthinking it. Also, touch happy. Now, what I mean by touch happy is that I'll get the urge to touch our hair, but sometimes over touching, over manipulating, overdoing it can cause problems. Just leave it alone. You know, I always like to say, treat your locks like how you would treat your loose natural hair. Take care of it. Like, for example, I have a little ponytail here, but make sure the ponytail isn't tight. Make sure you're not, you know, damaging your hair. Make sure that you understand that your locks isn't a weed. So it goes back to that point. Now, my last and final point, because this is also simple. Keep up with the basic requirements. So the basic requirements is washing, moisturizing, and keeping your scalp moisturized as well. For me, on my edges, I use my edge serum on my website, which you can get 50% off now. I moisturize my hair with my Loc serum, and I use my growth oil, and that is my regimen. Sometimes, you know, people ask me if I use more, and I don't. The only thing different I use is shampoo, because I don't have a shampoo. So I use Trader Joe's shampoo. And honestly, in my Loc journey, I have switched between shampoos so many times, so I would recommend just trying out shampoos, because sometimes you think the Conceal soap is it, and then you're like, nah, I don't want this no more. Then it's Trader Joe's, and it's Neutrogena. I still love Neutrogena though, no matter what. But my whole point is having a regimen for yourself and sticking to those basic requirements. So for me, like I said, I use my edge serum on my edges to keep my edges there. I use my growth serum to keep my scalp moisturized and promote growth. I use my moisturizing oil spray. Moisturization of my hair, I wet my hair first with warm water. I add my moisturizing oil spray on top of my hair, and good to go. And I know when it's come time to wash my hair, I wash my hair. Just keeping up with your basic requirements. And as you guys can see, it's not much. It's really not much for me. So if you're watching this video trying to figure out why your locks aren't growing, those are the main things for me why potentially your locks are not growing. For those of you guys who are watching this video, tell me some reasons why you think people's locks don't grow. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys check out my Black Friday sale. Get 50% off using the promo code BK2020. It won't be on my website at leopardesscollection.com. It's secret, so only those of you who are watching and those of you who are subscribed to my mailing list will know about it. So make sure you guys subscribe to my mailing list, and make sure you guys check out my website at leopardesscollection.com. But I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for all the happy birthdays. I really, really appreciate it. You guys are so sweet to me. But thank you, Leopard Gang. Bye.